has to be voted on. So I don't see me not doing this for an extended period.
I'll make a motion that we approve Red Barn Antiques for an off-premises tasting license.
I'll support.
Any other questions for Marty? Sue?
Councilmember Groves?
Yes.
Mayor DeVore?
Yes.
Councilmember Salzweedl?
Yes.
Councilmember Yankovic?
Yes.
And I have one abstention.
You're also, for the record, would you have voted yes or no?
I would have said no because it's not mine.
Thank you. It's gonna get expensive quick. Mike, MML meeting notice.
Yeah, this is a notice for you to select a delegate for the board meeting. Does have to be an elected official to be a delegate. So I believe the meeting.
For mayor, the board meeting, or delegate?
Does he want to?
I'm going, Muskegon.
Was he elected?
Is this the same meeting
Duly. I have a letter
that we're going to
from Lisa.
Yeah, it's an MML package, yes.
Muskegon.
so we can heckle him from the crowd? Okay.
I make a motion.
Jim already did.
Oh, yeah. I'm agreeing with it.
Okay, motion and a second to appoint me as the delegate for Muskegon. Any other discussion? Sue?
Mayor DeVore?
Yes?
Councilmember Salzweedl?
Yes.
Councilmember Yankovic?
Abstain.
Councilmember Chambers?
Yes.
And Councilmember Groves?
Yes.
Awesome. Mike, soccer agreement. Oh, Dan, sorry, Dan.
Look like.
It's the blue logo. Not the red logo.
So it says Dan right there.
I know.
Good evening. The agreement between the City of Lowell and the YMCA of Greater Grand Rapids to utilize Creekside Park for the soccer program has expired. In discussions with the YMCA, they would like to continue their program for the use of this park, put together a park use agreement for this. The form is identical to the past years, only the dates change. It'll be a 3-year agreement, $10 per participant. Parks Board looked at this at their last meeting and agreed to it and approved it.
Yeah, is this the same fee we charge all youth programs, baseball, etc.?
The soccer ones, yes.
Yeah, but no, baseball's more for a little bit?
I think when you sit down for your baseball, it's about the same.
Okay.
The baseball, we just charge the league, right? And they charge.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, motion for the soccer agreement.
I'll make that motion.
I'll support.
Any other discussion? Sue?
Councilmember Salzweedl?
Yes.
Councilmember Yankovic?
Yes.
Councilmember Chambers?
Yes.
Councilmember Groves?
Yes.
And Mayor DeVore?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks. Dan, surplus equipment.
Review of all the equipment around the DPW. We put together a list of equipment of items that we do not use or use very frequently or is in need of being replaced. Just quick through the list, we have a 2000 John Deere Gator that's not used at all. It's got some issues with it. We have an Exmark 36-inch mower and a Skag 36-inch mower. They're both usable, but they both work. Monroe salt spreaders, we have 3 units. We have 4 units we don't use. 2 of them are, I believe, they came from the airport at one time, and I think the other 2 were just leftovers from years ago. We'd like to get rid of 3 of them and keep 1. Then we have 2 other ones that we use all the time, and the 3rd one would be the backup in case something happens. We have a 2017 loader bucket. It's a clam bucket. You put it on the loader, you pick something up, and the loader becomes too front heavy, and it's only on 2 wheels, so it's really impractical. It's in pretty darn good shape, though, so hopefully we get some good money for that. The Impala staff car that used to be a police car, water department got it after the police department wore it out, and the water department wore it out the rest of the way. If you recall, we purchased that electric car recently, received that recently. That's working very well. It's kind of impressive for what it is, if you're into electric cars. There's a pickup box that came off a 2016 Chevy, brand new, that was sitting in a building, and there it sits collecting dust, brand spanking new. The paint machine was an old one that's been replaced previously, so it just sits there. 1954 Atlas Chalmers motor grader. You guys probably see that antique around town. We start it up twice a year. One to take it out of the foreman building just before fair, bring it up to the DPW, although I think this year they towed it. And then get it to work, so then we're going to drive it back down and hopefully this week sometime. We don't use it. We have two areas that we grade. The fairgrounds to the boat launch and back, and the airport. We do both of those with our underbody blades on our trucks. Well, it's very difficult to actually build a really good crown with those, it does the trick for what we have. To have this motor grader sit there, I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's got an add-on seat that used to be a stand-up model, and there's no roll cage, there's no protection for it. We just don't use it. There's an old Toledo floor scale, pretty nice, very accurate floor scale that's used well. And not on the list that I forgot to put on there, there's a old snow push box that we don't use. We have two of them. That's the one that we don't use. And these are all items that we'd like to get declared as surplus so we can work with Ranger bids to try to sell those online. My understanding is Ranger bids, who you guys use, Lake Power uses, and the cities use them.
Police has used them before too, right?
Would the proceeds go back into the equipment replacement
Yes.
fund?
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome. All right. Any questions for Dan?
Yeah, I want motor grader, but I can't spend any money.
You look good in your antique store.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
That's what lucky catch you up.
I'm slightly broke now.
Motion to approve selling through Ranger
So
bid
moved.
and excluding Marty.
And I'll support.
All right. Any other questions for Dan? Sue?
Councilmember Yankovic?
Yes.
Councilmember Chambers?
Yes.
Councilmember Groves? Yes. Mayor DeBoer?
Yes.
Councilmember Salzweedl?
Thank you
Yes.
very much.
Next here, board and commission reports. Cliff?
I was on vacation. The HDC met. All that they talked about was approving some signs for the taqueria on the bridge. And Laura, we meet tomorrow night.
Hey, Jim?
And it's hard to believe in a couple months we'll be meeting to talk about the LCPV funds. That'll be here in December, so Dennis is here tonight. So other than that, I have some meetings coming up.
Marty?
I have planning commission next week.
Yeah, top of the month, I've got nothing.
All right. Fire authority and DDA for Thursday were both canceled. So I have nothing either. Mike?
Just a couple items. The street projects are mostly complete. There's just some restoration work. Last week they applied the second coat to I believe the 8 streets that we had slated to work. So that's getting done. We received word from the county that they planned this fall to do resurface Fulton from Cumberland in the township to Valley Vista. They haven't told us when, but it'll be sometime this fall. They were more concerned just to make sure it didn't mesh with the construction projects we already had going. There's supposed to be some bridge work next week, the 12th through the 16th on Hudson at the railroad, and so we've not received any indication from the county, but it looks like there's going to be a detour off the Hudson Bridge to Jackson. But like I said, the county has not really told us much. We just had to go to their website.
Which crossing? By Shell or down by the river?
The one down by the river. Yep.
They put up a flashing sign coming
Yep.
into town.
And then I know G Drive, they did a chip seal project last week on G Drive, or not, sorry, I'm not G Drive, on Alden Nash. City limits go up to G Drive, so that work's being done. And then we're still, most of the work I needed to complete for the USDA is completed. I know the attorneys and the engineers are finishing up their work, so we're shooting to go out for bid this fall. So that's all I have.
Any questions for Mike? All right, no appointments, council comments.
Well, I just wanted to extend my deepest and most sincere sympathies to Betsy Dixon's loved ones. very first time I spoke to Betsy was on the phone, trying to get things set up for city council. And I kept apologizing. I said, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I don't know what I'm doing yet. And she said, that's how we all start. And I think that's my favorite memory of her is that's how we all start. We all start. We don't know what we're doing, and we're just supposed to do it anyway. So that's what I'm going to carry on. I wanted to say congratulations to the Lowell football team and all of Lowell. It was a fantastic night. And they won.
By a lot.
By a lot.
Mr. Chambers.
Betsy will be missed. I miss most of all is the smile she had. No matter how she felt, the day she was having, she always put this huge smile on her face. And you could be having a crappy day, and you suddenly felt a lot better just by having her in your life. So she will sorely be missed. Just goes to show that the good ones do leave early.
Jim?
Even though I don't have a black shirt because we didn't get out and purchase them this year, but this comes back to the community, and we all know Betsy suffered with long-term cancer too. So it's really important that the community continues to support local money, because I think all that comes back to right here in town. So
100% of it.
So that's what I'm doing.
Cliff?
I'm going to rah-rah for Pink Arrow. There's a changing of the guard as far as who's putting things together, but there was no indication of that at the game. I like to spend my night out there driving people back and forth in the carts. And the most fun part is when you have somebody from one of the other schools and you come down the hill and they go, whoa! Because the stands are packed, there's all the stuff going on, and they feel like they're going to the Super Bowl or something. So kudos to everybody that put Pink Arrow 15 together.
Yeah. My nephew goes to TK, and my brother and him came up for the game, and they were blown away by the turnout and the atmosphere and and I thought the score was pretty great too. They didn't enjoy that as much as they enjoyed the game. So Pink Arrow's always a success. Betsy was a giant. I don't know. I can sit here and repeat over and over stories about Betsy, and always throwing me a little wink when we were at the comedy shows and they were just destroying Marty and I from the stage. Don't throw your chair. All right, I won't throw my chair. Motion to go into closed session under MCL statute 15-268-1 to consider material exempt from discussion or disclosure by state or federal statute.
Yeah.
And a support then? Motion and a second to go into closed session. Any discussion? Sue?
Councilmember Chambers,
Yes.
Councilmember Groves,
Yes.
Mayor DeVore,
Yes.
Councilmember Salzweedl,
Yes.
Councilmember Yankovic.
All right.